Yo, what up, everybody? Pyro Slays Music. Today we're checking out the new track from Clipping, featuring Counterfeit, Madison, and Kid Koala. I almost said Cuckoo Koala. Pretty stoked. The Clipping's new album has just been on repeat for me, to be honest with you guys. Like, since I reacted to it, it's been so damn good. Code has really been just on the constant playlist, and then a couple tracks I didn't actually like on that album pop back in my playlist, so that's pretty awesome. Such a unique sound, and I typically, I feel like I'm not really big into experimental hip-hop, but this might be changing my mind. There's some interesting sound effects and stuff. Sometimes it's a little much, but you know, it's unique and different, and so I'm kind of digging it. Let's go ahead and jump into this track. I'm pretty stoked.
Am I so sure nobody can catch me creeping and escaping with my baby? But on the door, alters a fateful visit. Hair-brained or risky, protect and deceive, oh my love. Just one more night of heaven in this hell, forbidden by God, me and maybe you.
They're watching, you know, the stroke of the key, the pop of the lock, the turn of the coat. The clock of the whip of the wrist or the whip of the wheel is a whippoorwill whistle. They listen for gristle and bone, and you phone it all to them in lists of your wants that you click. Point them out. Any kind of beating they could join around. Any kind of meeting of the motor mouth emotions in the orbit of the speaking she could go without. They seek each time she wrote it down. And nothing's forever but this. Every word that she stitched. On the net of her intimate interest, absently ordered deliveries tipped.
Could I have known I'd ever become so sensible and long for a family? I found a home, a mirror, golden striper, perilous secret to guard with resentment, my love. Just one more night of heaven in this hell, forbidden by ruling man and maybe me. Just one more night of heaven in this hell, no motion but passing through. Just one more day.
Watching, you know. Point them out. They're watching, you know. And nothing's forever but this. Any kind of fleeting itch to order out the hunger could embolden, but you know that they are right around. The corners are beholden to the order of the golden angle, so she doesn't make a sound. But little isn't nothing, and a footprint is enough to bring the algorithm into town. She wondered about the thunder, reminiscing about the TV screens flipping down, and all she heard was tick and pound. Them days are gone, those ways are lost, so don't wait too long, don't waste the heart so. Frivolous, the littlest, the more souls are recorded and embroidered onto your soul. But they watching, you know. They need what you want. She leaves them a letter of thanks and then makes her way gracefully into the dark.
Okay, real quick before we get into this, if you guys enjoy Clipping, make sure you go over, follow them on their socials. if you got a little extra change laying around and you're a clipping fan, make sure you buy some merch, tickets, whatever. Make sure you support the artist that you enjoy. Now, this song is interesting. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is an extra that'll probably be featured on like a deluxe version of Change the Channel. That clean vocalist, not sure how I'm feeling that. Maybe on a couple listens, but initially it was, it brought on this like eerie, I'd almost go out on a limb and say like 50s, like singer style to it. And then the bars were slick, especially that first, let me go back to the thing here lyrically. You guys are going to have to forgive me. I've had some insomnia, so I have been up all night, and I'm a little out of it. So see what we can get into here. The pop of the lock, the turn of the coat, the clock of the whip of the wrist, or the whip of the wheel is a whip poor will whistle. They listen for gristle and bone, and you phone it all to them in lists of your wants that you click. Point them out. See that whole thing? Like that, that was pretty slick in my opinion. I like that. I'm pretty impressed with that bar. Again, I'm not a huge hip hop head. I came in on bling hip hop, bling era hip hop, and gangsta rap from the 90s. And so honestly, a lot of times bars go over my head until like several listens in. I'm not the guy you're coming to be like, hey, let's watch him dissect these bars. More if something sounds slick or it hits hard, that's going to impress me off the rip. Again, just because of what I came into hip hop listening to. A lot of that like bling era rap, like it was more about the sound and kind of the impact of a lot of the words. You know what I mean? Not so much the bars. Even like I listen to like M, who has, you know, insane bars, and a lot of those go over my head until explained. So I'm typically the guy watching somebody on a video breaking down those bars. Like shout out to Lost in Vegas. Those guys are fucking awesome. But that is not me. I'm more so just recording my musical journey as I check out different things and give my honest opinions on it. This right here, on initial listen, I think I'm going to go like high five, like a 5.9. It's right on the cusp of me enjoying it. Let's just put it that way. But I do think this is kind of a mid-track comparatively to a lot of stuff that's on that album. Is it going to go on a playlist? It actually is, because there were some interesting sound effects that like sent shivers down my spine. It was like crunchy, as my buddy would call that. My buddy Dugan, shout out to Dugan. He would call that crunchy. Very odd sound, because it's like static, but there's like kind of an impact there with it. So very intriguing. I'm going to put it in a playlist. I don't know if it'll last because, again, that eerie kind of clean vocals in the beginning and in the middle part kind of kill it for me. I don't know why that is. But, again, maybe on a couple listens, that might change my mind. I know other stuff on this album did do that to me, or on the previous album, if this, just in case this isn't a bonus track. Regardless, shout out to Clipping. Very cool. Just so different sounding, and honestly, in general. Like, I don't hear a lot of stuff that sounds like this. So, either I'm just in the dark, which, let's be honest, that's probably it. There's a lot of music out there and not enough time for me to keep up with it, especially as being a dad. But I'm definitely going to put it into playlist to see what happens with it. Alrighty. Well, I'm Pyro Slays Music. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. We all have different opinions. I love to see them. Drop them. Explain to me why you like it. Explain to me why you hate it. Until next time, y'all. Peace.